give me an idea of what you're thinking with this matchup, with the junglers. Just tell me what you're thinking this game. Like going
This
into it.
one going into it, I was just really thinking I want to fight level 2. I want my pike to flash in with a hook, and then we just try and kill someone. So like slow push the wave, try and get push, and then as soon as we have to, I want him like charging up a Q, flashing in, and then we just try and kill. Even if Zaya's up a long sword, we still can win an all in as our lane because he still has stumps.
For sure. Yeah, I definitely agree, and I like that. I like that game plan.
I don't know. I feel like it's kind of criminal if you're playing Draven Pike and Pike doesn't flash in level 2. Like,
Yeah,
what are you doing?
yeah, if you get the level 2, if you win the level 2 push, and with this kind of lane, like he definitely needs to be playing super aggressively because you guys have such a strong early game. I assume that's not what happens. I assume he doesn't flash in or E in or
No,
anything.
I don't think so.
Okay, so you get to the wave first. I don't know why they took so long leashing, but that's really good for us.
Yeah.
So you've secured the level 2 now. Nice. Okay.
I'll drop.
Okay, and now you still have the level 2 lead, but you're pretty low. Should be level 2 there. He missed. And they back off. Okay.
So here, I'm just thinking I want to like harass under tower since the level 2 thing didn't work. Is that right? Or I guess I should ward first.
I would definitely ward first, because you don't
Gragas could just
necessarily.
3 camp.
Yeah, he could 3 camp come down, and you don't have any way to really deal with that. If he comes down right now, you're going to be in a rough spot. I mean, if you flash his E, maybe you can get out, but it's just you don't really want to do that. I would back off and ward first, but after that you're perfectly free to harass. Luckily, Gragas didn't come down, and you got some good harass, so that's great. What item did you start with, by the way? Did you start with Doran's Blade here?
I started with Longsword 3, I think, which is why that. No, I started with Doran's Blade.
Okay.
I did.
I'd be perfectly happy with either. I was just curious.
Yeah. I think my logic here was I'm looking to try and like kill people level 2 with Pike, so I may as well just take the better all-in item.
Yeah, I would just say in differentiating the two, it just depends on like how much damage you're going to be able to you're going to be taking in between those all-ins. Versus a Xayah, I think your Dorn's Blade pick is fine. But against someone else like I don't know, say a Sivir or a Caitlyn or something, or like a Varus.
No.
You should probably take the longsword triple pot instead.
Sure.
But yeah, I like what you did here.
I should have just backed off here, like as soon as I saw Pike go in, right?
So okay, I think I see what's going on here. So will you back it up to right when Pike is going in, and then pause it for me, right, like when he's throwing his hook. Okay, so like right
here.
Yeah. So like right here, he's engaging on the Braum, right?
Yeah.
That's not great, right? Like Braum doesn't do any damage. Like his entire purpose is to soak up damage for the Xayah. So Pike engaging on the Braum, I mean, if you can get some free damage, like sure, but like you're not gonna double kill them in this scenario. Like, that's never gonna happen.
No.
And that's not your fault, right? Like he made that decision, but you need to know that so that you can respond appropriately. So if your support does this, you can take an auto or two, but then you need to get out because they're going to win an all-in like this because he wasted all of his engage on the wrong target, and you're forced to hit the wrong target as well.
Yeah.
So obviously, if he grabbed the Zaya or stunned the Zaya, go all in on her. But like, I mean, he's literally just helping Braum perform his function. And that's the second time this Pike has done that. He did that at the at the level 2 push as well. He engaged on the Braum, and then you used all your damage on the Braum, and then actually took a heavy trade back from Zaya. Again, it's not your fault that he's doing that, but you have to understand why it's wrong so you can respond accordingly.
Okay. So I should just be looking to trade whenever he like goes on the wrong person, but not all in.
Right. And if he goes on the right person, yeah, 100% all in. But with like this, just take a short trade so that it's not losing, right? If you just like take an auto or two and then get out, then it's stupid that he did that, but you still ended up positive on it.
Yeah. All right, that makes sense. I think I also probably should have positioned behind the minions so it's harder for Braum to hit Q on me, but...
And you can even, like, if you back it up here, because we had it paused right there, right after you hit play, you walked forward, which is exactly what I'm talking about. If you had hit, so, like, he goes here, you walk forward. If you had just walked back there, I know you would have dropped your axe, but still, like, they got you to, like, a third health there, whereas you wouldn't have taken any damage if you had just walked back.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because I think I lose a full wave off that too. This recall.
Yeah, because you don't have enough health to really stay and fight for the wave. And you notice all the damage went on the Braum, right? Zaya is perfectly healthy.
Yeah.
A big part of climbing out of like silver and gold is understanding why what your teammates is doing is wrong, and then so making the best out of it, right?
Okay.
Because like your support is gonna do goofy shit every single game, but if you understand why it's wrong, then you can make the best out of it, and you're still gonna do better than the enemy team.
Okay.
But
that makes sense.
Yeah. But at least you didn't give him a kill. You didn't die, so you still have your stacks building up. So I mean, we're not. This isn't terrible yet.
Yeah, I should have. I don't know. Should have warded for a tri-push in between the waves too. I think there was a little bit of time before the second wave came. I might have lost 1 CS for it.
Yeah.
Or gone here to ward tri-push instead of looking for poke.
Yeah, I would say more like at this point, because before you had Hecarim like in your river, and so I wouldn't be super worried about a Gragas coming in while you have Hecarim that close. But as soon as we see him backing, I agree. I would have gone and warded rather than.
Yeah.
And he dies. Okay. And like you said, that's just because you guys didn't have the ward there, so you reacted a little slower.
Yeah.
But again, as long as you don't drop your stacks, if you can get a kill, then I mean it really brings you back. So we're still okay. So I would just, wait at the tower, play it safe.
Yeah. Makes sense. Don't know why heck. Okay.
And then you can look for something here. Hecarim. Yep. I like that you're trying to go on the Zaya, not the Braum. Oh man, I don't know why. Okay. I really don't know why the Pike peeled off there to go after the Braum rather than helping you with Zaya. But whatever.
Yeah.
It's fine. They still got a kill. It's not bad. And you got Zaya's flash, which is great. Maybe get a plate here. Nice. Yeah, if you had more mana here, I'd say you should be looking to dive the Zaya here, but with so little mana, I'm just not really confident. I like the back here, except for it should be in a bush.
Okay.
just because with her feathers, it's really easy for her to stop it back if she knows you're there. She can throw her Q at you and stop you back from, you know,
2
a
miles.
safe distance.
Sure.
Okay, so the Xayah still doesn't have her flash, so you know, you're gonna be coming back into lane with full health, full mana. What items did you buy?
I bought Dirk or two long swords and Sheen.
Okay, yeah, I like that. So yeah, you know she doesn't have flash, so that should be a. She's very killable right now with your pike. So I would be like heavily looking for a kill, heavily looking for an all in here versus her while that's down.
Sure.
Then I would be pinging that to my support, like, hey, no flash, like go go go.
Sure. Should we wait for 6s here since she has 6 and we don't?
Yeah, you guys should be pretty close, probably after this wave.
Yeah, I'm like 1 wave maybe.
Oh.
Oh, I remember this.
Oh, nice. Good hook by the pike finally.
Yeah.
And then you cashed in all those stacks. That's beautiful. Yeah, he keeps going for that Braum. I don't know what he's doing. And that was better. You went for the hit on the Xayah there rather than the Braum.
Yeah.
So in a position like this, the Xayah is pretty strong. You know, as Draven, obviously you're going to be doing a lot of damage yourself. You I think you can 1v1 the Xayah here. You just have to position in such a way that she can't hit a bunch of her feathers on you, right?
Sure.
So like with the Braum here, I would play it the same as you are, where you're not trying to force anything because Brahm's just gonna stop all your damage. But when Braum has just a minute ago, Braum was off warding. That's a good opportunity to look for something on the Xayah.
Okay.
Just because all of her damage is like she has to hit her feathers on you, and if you position right, you can control whether that happens or not.
Okay.
So like yeah, like when she walks in here, you've got a little opportunity. And then okay, he's here. It's fine.
Oh, this is the gang.
Kill him, nice. And then I think if I remember right, the Braum leaves for a little bit to ward after they.
Yeah.
So like right here.
Yeah. So here I should be just walking way further up.
Yeah, you should be pressuring her because it's a lot easier.
There was a little.
Yeah, and it's not. These aren't like huge time spans, but like it's times that you have control over the situation, and it's
like there. If I'm.
Yeah, you could be stepping up and trying to engage with her, and even if you don't kill her, I think there's a solid chance for you to get her to like down to like half health, which makes it a lot more enticing for this pike to try and convince him to go for her rather than the Braum.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Because her damage, like, it's just because your damage is guaranteed just on your autos. She has to set something up. And if you can control that, then it's something you can basically just say, I'm better, and just fist fight her, you know?
Sure.
And how's your team doing at this point? Seems like you guys are up in kills, but...
Mordekaiser and Hecarim were doing well.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, you're not like forced to do anything crazy here then. If your team's doing well, then you know that's fine. And you're doing fine as well. What are you 1-0 here?
Yeah, I think so. 1-0-1.
Yeah, 1-0-1, and you're up in CS. Yeah, you're doing fine. She's up a kill, but you know you also got cashed in your stacks, so you're probably pretty close in gold.
Looks like it.
Yeah, and you even have the magical footwear, so you're up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect opportunity to catch the Zaya here. Just got to dodge those. Nice.
Oh, quartz
Ooh.
package.
Yeah, I mean I have two comments. Here, back it up. I'll on your positioning. I think you could have been a little bit closer here. Whenever one more. So whenever the Zaya throws down her R, uh, you do like a really wide angle around. I think it could have been
Yeah.
a little tighter, right? Because like you dodged the side, which is fine, but then you kept going, and
So
like
if instead of like going out this way, I went more like in this way.
I can't see your cursor.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
So
you went like down into the right, and then like
yeah,
looped all the way around. If you had just gone like straight down and then walked straight left, right? Like you're out of the danger zone of the R, but like you're
yeah,
and then you're getting closer, and you could have gotten like I don't know, maybe two more autos in there.
sure.
Um, I don't know that it would have like completely won you the team fight, but I think it might have got you the kill on the Zaya. Like with Hecarim hitting her as well. Um,
Sure.
it's I don't think super important in that particular fight, but as like a general principle. Um,
Okay.
I think mostly the like I think you were 100% correct to go to that team fight. Um, Pike missed his like he hit his E on Braum while he had his shield up. He didn't use his Q at all, uh, and he missed his R. I mean, if he had hit like any of his abilities, I think that goes differently. So I wouldn't.
Sure.
Uh, yeah, just the one criticism about the positioning, but I mean, overall, I don't think that was not a big deal in terms of like your gameplay. Hey, that's a good hook. Nice. Great. Turn it tower kill into it. That's awesome. Yeah, I would say another thing with this, I I noticed you haven't been pinging at all. Uh,
Yeah.
with supports like this, a lot of the time, if you ping them or like what you want them to do, like honestly, like most of the time they'll listen to you.
Okay.
So if you just not that you have to be like obnoxious about it, but if you just like ping them like 2-3 times, like hey, this is what like go on her or like stand in this bush or like whatever, you just tell them what you want, what the play is, then they'll usually go along with it, and it makes a big difference.
Sure. Yeah. I didn't really ping much at all this game.
Oh, where are you going? Are you going bottom?
Yeah. I was gonna go mid, but then I see that there's gonna be a wave that's coming in. I guess it's a smaller wave than I thought. I
Yeah.
should have just stayed mid there.
Yeah, so that's a pretty big macro misplay.
Yeah.
So you definitely like once that tower is gone, you need to be in mid. Um,
Yeah.
one because it allows you to push the wave and like take towers like this. But also it puts you close to any team fights that break out. Because
Yeah.
like right now, like it looks like there's might be a team fight that's going to break out, and you're not going to be there. And
Sure.
as a ADC, especially as Draven, right? Like you put out a lot of damage, like you want to be there for those.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you got lucky. There wasn't a team fight, but yeah, you definitely want to be mid in these kind of scenarios.
Yeah. I don't really know what I was thinking there because I started walking mid and then I just left.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, it looked like you thought, oh, Ari's coming back mid. She's not going to go bottom, so I'll go bottom to grab the wave.
yeah,
It's
that's probably what it was.
yeah, which like I understand the logic, but it's more important to be there for a potential team fight and to take that tower than it is to get that one wave. And in all honesty, like her job, like she should be going bottom.
Yeah,
If she's not, that's her bad, and that doesn't mean you should go.
that makes sense.
Okay, that's really nice, Brum. use that ultimate on you. I didn't really do anything.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I didn't see this
Oh,
before. Oh,
Okay. And then what? You get run down by the Zaya, or you get out.
I think I fight her, which is
Okay.
not smart, but she has a lot more range than I think she does too.
Yeah, if you want to take a fight like that, then you really have to lean into her because she
Yeah.
outranges you.
Yeah, I guess she had exhaust up too, so that was just always going to be not good.
Yeah.
So should I just keep going mid here at this point still? Or should I like try and go top?
At this point, you should go top to take that tower.
Okay.
Because basically, like as an ADC, your focus needs to be on taking objectives, right? Like you're going to be the one on the team that can take objectives the fastest, and team fights should originate around objectives, right? Whether it's a tower or like Baron or Dragon, like those that should be where team fights naturally occur, and you want to be at team fights, and your job is to take objectives. So like you need to be there for both of those reasons.
Sure. And I guess topside Baron spawning too, so.
Right, so there's double the reason to be there.
Yeah, because I could be at this fight right now.
Yeah.
And that would definitely make a difference.
For sure.
Well, I guess it wouldn't have made a difference, but it could have.
It could have, and if nothing else, you would have, if not killed him, you would have gotten him significantly lower, and then you guys might be able to pressure Baron.
That's true. I was more thinking about what my Pyke was doing. I couldn't have helped him, but I could have helped with Cassante.
Right, that's what I was talking about. Also, going bottom like this, it causes you to split, which puts you in a really precarious position. Like, I think you might get caught here. Oh, you barely got out. It's very dangerous. You're lucky they don't have an enemy assassin on this team, right? Like if you're doing that and they have like a Kayn or a Zed or something, like you're gonna die so often. In this game they don't have one, so it's not as bad. But still, like if they had gotten there a half second earlier, you were dead.
Yeah, that's true.
Versus like if say Ahri goes bottom, she's got a ultimate that makes her a lot more mobile, and she's a lot safer doing something like that.
Sure.
So yeah, at this point, your team took top tower, so you don't need to be there for that. But you do need to be available for like team fights and Baron. So I would definitely be moving up to this fight. And other than, oh nice. And then, yeah, that's a Baron. Go 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 go. Nice. Okay.
Ekram wants to fight?
Yep, you can look for a pick here. Okay, and just back off. Wasn't bad looking for that. I didn't see what Pyke did. I assume he trolled it.
Yeah.
But that's fine. It's you got Baron, you got a pick. It's totally fine. Reset, and then you want to go mid here. For the same reasons we were just talking about. It puts you in range of any team fights that happen, and you can push in their mid lane, which is the most important one. Is it like a minute till drag?
Yeah.
So I would just stay mid here and keep pushing the waves. You can hover like this in case a fight breaks out. Okay. Nice. Okay, then I would go mid and push that wave. Help your Hecarim out. Okay. Zaya no ult. You have your flash. Okay, and I would just Baron recall out of here.
Yeah.
Can you put eyes on the dragon?
Yeah.
Okay. So Hecarim might be able to see it. We should be getting there around the time. Okay, nice.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, get the hell out of there. That's a perfectly fine death. There's nothing wrong with that at all. By Cassante chasing you like that, allowed Hecarim to kill their Zaya and their Braum.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's not a whole lot you could do to survive there, but he ended up dying, so it was a 1-for-1 trade, and like he trolled it. Like he killed his team by doing that. So absolutely nothing wrong there. That was very good.
All right.
I like to say one of the kind of cornerstones of ADC is having good deaths, right? Like if the enemy really wants to kill you, they can. There's not a whole lot you can do about it, but it's going to help your team more than theirs.
Sure. That makes sense.
So what are we on 3 items now?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Didn't really know what to build here because like I feel like I needed IE and then I felt like I needed LDR, but I also want to buy a mythic. So maybe instead of IE or LDR, I could have gone like a Dirk Mythic Eclipse or something.
Let's see. Yeah, I probably instead of the Lord Doms, I probably would have gone with the Eclipse.
Yeah.
Just because the only person that you're really gonna have to worry about building armor is Cassante.
Sure.
But in all honesty, like Draven doesn't do that well into tanks anyway, right? Like
Yeah.
even with Lord Doms, like I don't think you're gonna be like shredding down Cassante. So your damage focus should really be more on the rest of the targets.
Yeah.
Just because that's who you're really going to be able to like have a big impact on.
Sure. All right, that makes sense.
I would say like still build Lord Doms like maybe 4th, but like it's a second priority, right?
Sure. That makes sense.
Okay, so I like your mid here. Just gotta make sure not to get caught out by like the Corky W or something. So in a situation like this where you've got like your top laner splitting, you want to play it really slow, right? Because if you play it fast and you're like pushing really hard or like trying to engage on them, you're walking into a 4v5.
Sure.
But if you play it slow, like they're gonna have to send people to stop Mordekaiser. And so when they send someone, you can still look to make a play. And if both sides play it slow, like Mordekaiser and your team, you can do kind of like a bouncing effect, right? Where you're pushing in, so they come to stop you, so Mordekaiser gets to push, then they have to go to stop him, he backs off, then you guys push, and it's kind of this like ping pong effect.
Sure.
But it only works if you play it slow and you don't take anything like you don't do anything like too drastic.
Okay. No 4v5s.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got.
Oof, that was a rough combo. I think you guys came out about even though. Or no, a little behind. Cassante didn't die.
A little bit.
Yep. So I noticed, will you back it up to that fight again real quick?
Sure.
I noticed in a lot of these team fights, you are, I would say, a little too scared of taking damage. Like this barrel right here, right?
Yeah.
Like you were standing behind that barrel for like 3 seconds, not autoing because you didn't want to take damage from the barrel. But like
Yeah.
Like, the barrel's not gonna kill you. Like, you're not in like no one's in a spot where they're gonna like where you're gonna be dead if you take that like whatever it is, like 300 damage.
Yeah.
I understand the you're in the mentality of an ADC where you're like, yeah, I don't want to take damage. I'm a glass cannon, but like little stuff like that, like it's a lot more important. Like 3 autos from you on the team is gonna do so much more than that Gragas barrel is gonna do to you.
Sure.
And like that'll like yeah, I mean you're like 3-shotting that. Oh damn. You're like 3-shotting that Corki. Like those 3 seconds where you were standing behind the barrel, if you were like hitting those on them, like that could have changed the outcome of that team fight.
Yeah.
And I would say like that applies to if there's like a couple of Zaya feathers or Gragas E or whatever, as long as it's not gonna kill you or put you within like easy kill range of like an assassin or something.
Sure.
I would prioritize your own damage over that.
That makes sense.
Nice, your team's making a really good play here.
Yeah.
That's huge. That should be another Baron.
Mordekaiser played really well this game.
Yeah, he did. Okay, Corky's TPing in. Maybe looking to steal with a empowered W, but he's too slow. That's awesome. Okay. That's fine. He wasted his empowered W.
Oh my goodness.
Don't step on that. Ooh. That shit hurts. That was really bad by Hekaro. That was really bad. Yeah, just get out.
Got minion blocked.
I would still just get out. Yeah, he's Hekaro controlled that. That should have been an inhib for you guys. I don't know why he dove like that. Okay, so I would be at mid tower right now, waiting to catch their push. At this point, you got to take the long way around.
Yeah.
They're probably just going to get Dragon here, unless they're really slow about it. I don't think there's much you can really do about it with Hecarim down, because by the time he gets there, I think it should be gone. I wouldn't contest it with just you 3.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't mind you trying to steal it with your R. That's perfectly reasonable. But that's just their 3rd dragon. Not a huge deal. Not game deciding by any means.
Yeah.
You guys still have Baron, so if you can really push as a team mid here, you might be able to take that tower and get inhib, which would set you up really well for this late game. Can you click on yourself? We can see how long Baron is still up.
Still up for
okay.
About a quarter of the time.
Yep. Okay, I'll be walking back in there to help Hecarim when he gets here.
Gotcha. So I could have been hovering over next to their base wall with Pike and Ari, and we would have been closer.
Right, because
when Hecarim went in.
Yeah, because when Hecarim got in there, like you weren't able to get back into the fight until he was almost dead.
Yeah.
Versus if you had been hovering, you would have had another like 3-4 seconds of like combat in there. And if they chase you, right, if you're hovering there and they start to chase you, then that just makes it easier for Hecarim and Mordekaiser whenever he comes out of ult, right? Rather than being surrounded by like 5 people. If like 2 of them chase you, now it's like a 2v2 or a 2v3, which is a lot more manageable.
Yeah. That makes sense. Come out of it a lot better, I guess.
Yeah, I would say honestly the biggest, I think, thing to work on for us right now is just you're positioning a little too scared. right? Like you're positioning yourself so far out that like you can't deal damage when you're dealing a shit ton of damage, right? Like I mean, you're like 4-shotting Corky right now, and like I mean, so every auto is really important.
Yeah.
I think Baron probably comes up in like 2 minutes or something.
Yeah, probably. I don't know how to show timers.
There's a button for it, but I don't know what it is. It's not important.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys are just pretty much on the defense here until Baron comes back up, or until Pike can find like a grab or something.
Yeah.
Like in this position, you guys really have to be pressuring the Baron, because if they get that Baron, then it's pretty much a free soul for them. Like this is a game losing Baron.
Yeah.
You guys might be able to kill it before they get there. I doubt it.
Yeah, it looks like Corky's there in time at least.
Yeah, like you guys, looks like you get it. Just barely. Okay, so you're just waiting out Baron now and looking for after Baron's gone, looking to either get soul or get a good team fight. You guys have a really good team fight potential between Pike and Hecarim.
Yeah.
I would definitely say like I was mentioning before, the bigger part of this is just those like mid-game team fights where we are doing a lot more damage, because like Draven is not like a late game hyper carry, right? Like he's not weak by any means, but like it's not like that's not what we're playing for, Like he's gonna be the strongest in the mid game, which is where we need to maximize our strength.
Oh,
Cassante
solo killed Mordekaiser.
Yep, he got outscaled. Yeah, I mean at this point, it looks like you guys just got outscaled, and they're just gonna kind of roll over you.
I think that's about what happens.
Yeah.
Because I don't really think we can do much.
Yeah, I mean the only way I really see something happening here is if Pike were to find a good hook on like Zaya or something, but it's just not going to happen.
No, I think they can just end here. Yeah.
Yep, they should end here.
Yep.
So yeah, I really want to see you focusing on, especially in the mid game, trying to get every auto that you can, even at the expense of taking some damage.
All right.
I think that'll make probably the biggest difference for your gameplay.
Makes sense.
Any questions or anything?
No, that makes sense. Just being a little bit more present in some of the mid-game team fights.
Mm-hmm. That's where you're going to really carry games on Draven. Like that's the most important part of the game for you. That, and then also the just the macro of being like making sure you're in mid lane and able to like rotate to those team fights, so you can have that big impact.
Sure.
Those things combined.
That makes sense. It might have gone a little bit differently if I'd been at the right place or a little bit more aggressively positioned in a couple fights.
Yeah, I think in those like two or three fights that we saw there, like in the mid game, if you had been a little bit more dishing out a bit more damage there, I think it could have made the difference in you guys. Because in the mid game, like you guys were winning pretty hard, and you almost, I mean, Hecarim trolled that like diving that mid tower for no reason. But I think if you had helped with that team fight a bit more than like the team fight before that, I don't think that would have mattered. And I think you could have taken inhib there. It would have gotten you enough leverage to probably get the Baron for free. And I think you guys could have been looking to end the game there.
Sure. That makes sense.
Okay, cool. Well, I think that's all I have to say about it.
Alrighty.
Let me know how you're doing, and feel free to reach out another week or whatever.
Sure. Sounds good. Appreciate it.
All right. Take it easy, man. Bye.
You too.
Thank you so much for watching until the end of the video. If you want to get coaching just like this guy, then you can check out in the description down below. I've got a link to my Discord. You can send me a message, and I'm doing completely free coaching for any ADC player that wants it. Just send me a message, and we'll figure out a time that works for us. Thanks. Bye.